The climb out for the first jump on Saturday was with Kirk exiting at 5,000 feet, and 9 of us got out together to do a 9-way, and you see there Mike Schultz and Ben Wong, and closing on them is Nancy Miller-Daly, who was to take the 3rd position, but I got in just a second or two ahead of her and took Ben's leg, and then she closed up and stabilized that base, followed by Al Shinneberry there on the left and others. And we were supposed to take 3 wedges around 360 and then redock, but you can see that didn't pan out. And I hit the P's and Mike's parachute at the same time. Sorry, Mike. On the second jump, we have Al Shinneberry there on the left and Mike leading us out. He was going to watch us all exit to tell us how to improve that and what we could do differently. My problem was I didn't put my arms back, which made me close fairly slowly. I cut out the portion that of me closing, but it took about 9 seconds, or even more than that, I think. There's Scott Gillis on the right. Al. I had 2 people on my legs, and we got heavy and were taking the formation down, so we let go. But Al and I managed to get back together again briefly before breakoff altitude. I opened into a fairly hard turn for some reason. And then I jumped with Robin Yate and Brendan, doing some 3-way sequential that John Judy helped us plan, and he's there watching our exit, which didn't go perfectly well, although not horribly bad either. We managed to hold it together and flatten it out. Robin's using his head to maintain that side body, which we then transitioned into an accordion on me. And then the intention was to form an accordion on Robin, which we got rather clumsily. And then we were to go back to the side body. I don't know if they slid away from me or me from them, but either way we got a fair amount of separation before I came back and tried to reach for his leg, which you're not supposed to do, causing me to backslide and then come over the top of them. And we did not get to the accordion again before breakoff altitude. Opened a bit downwind into a line twist. That corrected itself, so there was no problem with that. Brendan's red parachute showed up real nicely on that pretty blue sky. And there's Robin out in the distance. There's Robin. So we're traveling downwind on the downwind leg to the drop zone, which you can see there in the bottom of the frame. There's a target. So I turned base here. Judy got a shot from the ground of that. And I was able to keep this jumper in the frame in front of me as he landed on the P's. And in the last jump I was with a young man named Patrick, who was a Naval Academy graduate and got out of school just this year, and now he's in the Marines. And what he and I did was to do some proximity flying. And the intention was for us to come together and maintain our hands over and under each other's, but not grab on. And that requires some careful flying, the way you're supposed to fly in formation. Hold your position without having to really grip hard in the formation. And this turns out to be a fairly difficult and fun exercise. So after we maintained that for a second, we were to go to a opposing accordion, and then go back to the proximity flying again. And we slid away from each other, he from me or me from him or both. But it was fun. He's only got about 48 jumps. But it turned out to be a fun exercise. And I opened into a hard turn here. I think the result of the maybe body position and the rig coming off a little bit off a kilter and in a half turn. Now just before turn and final, I'm going to do some spins to lead altitude. I always shoot for the P's. Occasionally I make it. Not this time. Didn't even keep my feet. But he does. And this one hits the P's and stays on his feet too.